Thank you, Chairman. I want to welcome you, Minister, to the House. I have a number of concerns and issues that I want to raise with you. The first of them would be in relation to the Warmer Homes scheme. And it's a scheme that's working very, very well, Minister. I'm not sure how it's been operated in every other county, but in my own county of Roscommon, people that got their attics insulated in 2009 and 2010 were promised, where necessary, that wall insulation would follow. But they're now being told in 2011 that they're not going to get their walls insulated. And anyone that applies in 2011 can have their attics insulated and their walls insulated. So I don't know what SEAI are playing at here, Minister, and I would like, before I leave here, to give you a list of people in Roscommon in 2009 and 10 that are now being verbally refused the wall insulation, and I would like if you get your department to inquire into it and see what the game is. The second thing I want to raise is in relation to fracking that was brought up by Senator Daly, and I know he voiced his concerns. Being a man from the southwest of Ireland, he's concerned about the northwest of Ireland. But all I would say to you, Senator Daly, you should have voiced your concerns to Conor Linehan instead of to Pat Rabbitte, because it was him that granted the license. It was him that granted the license to explore in Lough Allen Basin. But I would say, Minister, what I would be asking of you is to introduce a moratorium on hydraulic fracturing in the Republic of Ireland until the completion of a study of the potential impact of hydraulic fracturing on drinking water resources by the United States Environmental Protection Agency. This study commenced in February 2011. An interim report was due in 2012. Additional report expected to be published in 2014. And we would hope that the 2012 report would be a particular guidance to the Irish gas exploration case. In relation to wind energy, Minister, the only thing I could say about wind energy is what protection have people out there? There's lots of people that think wind farms are beautiful in the distance and they like them, but there's lots of people that don't want them on their back door and have legitimate concerns. And by all accounts, there are proven health risks that are not being disputed in relation to wind farms. And when I've always made inquiries as to what protection people have, all I'm told is that their concerns should always be taken into consideration. Yet I have never seen any local authority or An Bord Pleanála taking their concerns into consideration. And the openness and transparency that's supposed to be there from the developers, that's not there either. What's actually happening is, instead of telling people we're proposing to build a wind farm on your back door or my back door, what they do first of all is the earmark areas that they think would be beneficial for them. They go to the farmers, they do sweet deals in their kitchens, giving them a lot of money to rent their land for 20 or 30 years. They sign up a contract with them, and then they go to the rest of the locality and they say we're going ahead with wind farms. And then they'll start the process of negotiating with the locals when the deal is already done, and they never go back on it. And I'm also conscious, Minister, that because county councils are so desperate for rates, that it is their policy to grant them no matter where they are. I'm also conscious that the Bord Pleanála will overturn anything that's in our county development plans about the distance they should be from people's homes. And I know in the UK and in Eastern or in Europe that if a wind turbine is 135 metres tall, it would be at least 2 to 2.5 kilometres from somebody's home. And I would prefer, Minister, if we were to consider bringing in legislation to legislate for that in this country and alleviate a lot of fears that people have. And I'll just finish up, Chairman, on the issue of natural gas and curb gas. I know that Bord Gáis did surveys of many towns in the west of Ireland to see whether or not it was viable to bring natural gas to that area. And they did it based on the populations of those towns. And because of that, they didn't consider towns like Irishtown and Charlestown, Kilkelly, Ballahadreen and all of that. They considered a different route with bigger populations. But we proved to them that the town of Ballahadreen, one factory in the town of Ballahadreen, Shannonside Co-op, uses more electricity than the whole town of Castlebar. And because of that, the Western Development Commission have taken that on board. They have issued a report. They have it sent on to your good self, Minister, and I actually emailed it to you as well. And in it, they're telling us that we can save 13.5 million in energy costs in the west of Ireland by bringing natural gas the route that I'm telling you, which is basically on the N5, Minister. So I'd like if you'd give it favourable consideration. Thanks, Minister.